ESPN. 3:19 to play, and the Duke Blue Devils closing in on a 9th ACC championship and their first in 12 years.
Welcome back to the ACC championship. We are still in the fourth quarter, and we are back underway after a timeout. We had lots of work to do for our NC State Blue Devils.
First ACC championship under Kara Lawson. Okonowa, a likely MVP with her performance here in Greensboro, tying her career high with 22 off the bench today. Looking to join the likes of Georgia Schweitzer and Elena Beard, Isis Tillis and Jasmine Thomas with titles.
It's a turnover.
And an MVP trophy. NC State in full scramble mode now. Brooks. And just too much of the Blue Devils.
Too much Duke Blue today for the NC State Red. Just so active and athletic.
All right, we will now be rooting for our Duke Blue Devils now, because the NC State has trailing far behind.
And NC State just never matched the energy.
All right.
And they are poster children for it's not about the first time, it's about the last time you see somebody. They avenge a loss to North Carolina late in the regular season. They take down Louisville after they lost to them in the regular season here. Yesterday, after a loss to Notre Dame in the regular season, down go the Irish. And now, looking like they're going to go 4 for 4 on their Avengers tour and take down NC State after losing to them in the regular season. Stick around after the championship game. It's nothing but net live here from Greensboro. Kelsey and the crew will wrap things up for you.
So then after this, there'll be a post-game after this game is over. And there will be a post-game.
2 minutes. Incredible job on the glass. 14 offensive rebounds to NC State's 4. And Duke has out-rebounded NC State by 20 in the game.
All after NC State led in the first half by 14 points. NC State coming into the day. Bracketology has them as the 6th best seed. That's a number 2. They'll probably stay on that line. But the committee now will have to examine Duke, because the teams in front of them are TCU and LSU. LSU's already lost in the SEC tournament.
Right, and that means that if you stick with the S-curve, that changes some things around the ACC.
We are extending our lead even further, and we almost in the lead by 20. Just about 2
They're
more.
right now at 7. They can't stay on the 7
Can we make a 20-point game or what? Man, and he got a bag of other offensive rebound.
This kind of strength
Let's
at
see.
the top of the league,
Nope.
that's gotta help
Short.
Virginia Tech maybe grab the last spot.
And shot is good by NC State.
Out here with 1:20 to go. Let's check out today's player resume, brought to you by Indeed.
8 for 13, 10 boards to go, along with a career-high 22 points for Aluchi Okonowa. Came off the bench in the first half, started in the second half, guarded Isaiah James as well with those offensive numbers, and what a time to put your career high on the line right here. 5th career double-double.
That's your player resume, brought to you by Indeed.
Impressive.
And that goes with 13 against Louisville in their first game here, 14 against Notre Dame yesterday. We ever had an MVP off the bench at the ACC tournament?
I don't think so.
Maybe a first. See what the voters think.
Last year she was the 6th player of the year in this league.
Full court press. NC State needs to steal and score a bunch here.
Oh.
Get whistled for the
offensive foul turnover.
Another gem of a defensive showing after they held Notre Dame yesterday 29 points below their season average. They're holding NC State 20 below theirs right now as Okonowa gets a standing O from the Duke crowd. Final minute. Stick around. Got the SEC final coming up next with Texas and South Carolina.
And coming up next is going to be the 2025 SEC Women's Basketball Championship.
What do you think, Debbie?
Will be South Carolina versus
Joyce Edwards has played as another
Texas Longhorns. So this is going to be kind of pretty interesting game because as I know from yesterday on ESPN2,
Dawn Staley trying for a 9th SEC title in 11
It's
years.
impressive. It's very impressive.
and I think we'll be rooting for is going to be a South Carolina Gamecocks. And if we win, we are on our way to the NCAA tournament. And that will do it. But there is other games that's coming your way
And now
so
Mayer,
soon.
this all just icing on that Blue Devil cake. Oh, Okonowa will come back. Mayer now checks out, gets a standing O. What a job by the Blue Devils. They never hung their heads, down big in the first half by double digits. And a major rally in the second half to put this one away, and they will upset the 2 seed in the semis and the 1 seed in the finals to wear the crown in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
And I know last year the Northern Fighting Irish has won the championship game.
And they are set to hang their first banner since 2013.
What a job by Carol Lawson's team and her staff. She's got a bunch of veterans over there and some head coaches on her bench. Kyra Elzy was at Kentucky last year. Tia Jackson, Karen Lang.
Continuing the rich tradition of success at Duke.
Karen Middleton.
Joanne P. McCauley coached them to the win with Elizabeth Williams 12 years ago. And prior to that, under Gail Gestincourt, the run of 5 in a row from 2000 to 2004, anchored by the great Elena Beard, who's headed into the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame this year. And just how far can these two teams go? NC State was in the Final Four last year. Can they get back? Can Duke make a run at it? We'll find out where they sit in the bracket on Selection Sunday, a week from today.
Well, come on now. What are you waiting for? Come on. We got to move. Come on. We got to move.
Jackson.
Oh, Lord.
Misfires.
I think shot clock is now turned off
Duke Blue Devils
for NC State, but the shot is good. But let's see what it is.
Just a quick timeout for a substitution, I believe, here. And for Reagan Richardson, the senior from Charlotte, a big hand and a hug from the coach. Ashlyn Jackson, fabulous again today with 22. And the 2025 Atlantic Coast Conference.
That is going to be it. And we are now the champions. We are the champions. We are the champions. We're the champions. Duke are the new 2025 ACC champions. ACC tournament champions. We did it.
The first for Carol Lawson.
We did it.
With the Duke Blue Devils.
We did it, y'all.
And an outstanding performance at both ends of the floor today.
And for NC State, they don't have enough effort at all.
Consistently there for 40 minutes.
They have done it all.
NCAA tournament because of the elite way they play D and their shot-making ability on display today in the title game.
For NC State, a share of the regular season championship with Notre Dame. And they will begin their preparation aspirations to see if they can get back to the Final Four, but the day belongs to Duke as the blue and white confetti falls here in Greensboro. 76 to 62.
Our final score is 76 to 62. Go Duke Blue Devils, and we are the champions.
Jackson with 22, Akanawa with 22 to lead the
Wow.
way. Their bench scores 33 points. And they owned the glass today. Plus 16 on the boards. They rally from 14 down in the first half and win it going away in the second.
And one of our players was crying in tears with all of the winning and the championships. Yep, everything. We did it, y'all. We did it.
And let's send it over to Taylor Tannenbaum with Carol Lawson.
Coach, we'll start this one off light. How was the view from up there as your players lifted you
And
up
we
this
on
way?
ACC on ESPN. And we on ESPN for this today's championship game.
What a championship response by us in that second half. We started a little rattled. They showed who they are. And I told them before the tournament that it was already written. We knew the path that we had to go through. We had to play every team that beat us in the regular season. We beat every team in the ACC this year at least once. We're the only team to do so. This group is worthy champions.
You said that response in the second half and what it was. What did you see from your players that turned the tide?
When you get in the championship games, you can't shy away from the moment. You can't back down. You have to go take it. And I felt like in the first half, we were waiting for the championship to arrive in front of us. And in the second half, we went to get it, and we took it. I want to credit NC State. I have so much respect for Westmore and their team. They've been the standard in this conference for a long time. It's only fitting that we have to go through the best team in the last 5 years in the ACC. They've had a great season. I know they'll do well in the tournament. We're so proud to be the champions of this great conference.
Congratulations, Coach. Got to go find your double-double queen, Lucio Kanoa. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, there you have it, guys.
All right, so the
Our
first
Duke
four
Blue
championship
Devils
finals
are the
on this
2025
Sunday
ACC
goes
Tournament
to the Blue
champions.
Devils, champions of the ACC. The SEC final coming up next. And then after that, the Big 12 championship game. But this proud program in Durham back on top for the first time in 12 years, and a big reason why, the play of Aluchi Akanawa, Taylor.
Career high. Tied your career high. A double-double today. What got into this team in the second half?
We knew we could do what we did today. What got in us, it got relief in each and every one of us. We knew that if we played together and we stayed connected, we could get the job done.
I see the emotions on your face. What are they meaning right now?
Everything. I mean, you work for hours on the details and the little things, and some days you're the hammer, some days you're the nail, but it all leads up to moments like this.
Lastly, what is the potential of this Duke basketball team?
Oh, limitless. I'm not even gonna put a cap on what we can do, you know? I'm so excited, and I'm just so blessed to play with these girls that honestly, our potential, it can keep on going on and on.
Congratulations. Go celebrate.
Thank you so much.
Guys.
First half, Debbie, they were the nails. Second half, though, not just a hammer, but a sledgehammer to win this title.
What an incredible job by Carol Lawson's group. They stayed connected on the defensive end. They took advantage of their athleticism on the glass. And they made shots in the second half at a high elite level. They ran good stuff, and they're the champs because of it.
Akanawa dances as the most valuable player of the ACC tournament. And the Duke Blue Devils are your winners. They knock off the 2 seed in the semis, Notre Dame. They beat the 1 seed in the finals, NC State, 76 to 62. Thanks so much for being with us here in Greensboro. We're going to get you off to Greenville, Texas, and South Carolina, the co-regular season champs in the SEC.
Well, we just say so
will
long
play
from
for the
Greensboro,
Southeastern
and we will
Conference
send out to
title. Duke, the
Greensboro.
winner here in Greensboro for our entire crew, Debbie Antonelli, Taylor Tannenbaum, I'm Beth Moe, and see you on the road to the Final Four.
See you on the road to Final Four.